Are you ready to witness the most shocking trade proposal that could completely reshape the NBA landscape and send shockwaves through Madison Square Garden? Picture this. LeBron James, the king himself, donning the iconic orange and blue of the New York Knicks. It sounds like something straight out of basketball fans' wildest dreams. But according to a recent proposal making waves across the basketball world, this earth-shattering scenario might not be as far-fetched as we initially thought. Sports Illustrated's Mark Morales-Smith has thrown gasoline on the fire with a trade proposal that would send both LeBron and Bronny James to the Big Apple in exchange for Josh Hart, OG Anunoby, and a first-round pick. This isn't just any ordinary trade speculation. This is the kind of blockbuster deal that could redefine championship aspirations for both franchises involved. Let's break down the madness here. The Lakers, despite having one of the greatest players of all time still performing at an elite level, might actually consider moving on from the king. Now, before you start throwing your Lakers jersey at the TV screen, think about this logically. LeBron is 40 years old, and while he's still playing at an MVP caliber level, Father Time remains undefeated. The Lakers organization might be looking toward the future, and sometimes that means making the hardest decisions possible. But here's where things get absolutely wild. The New York Knicks will be getting a 4-time NBA champion who's still playing like he's in his prime. We're talking about a player who just averaged over 25 points, 7 rebounds, and 8 assists per game. This isn't some washed-up veteran looking for one last payday. This is LeBron James, still dominating games and making highlight reel plays that leave defenders wondering what just happened. Morales-Smith makes a compelling argument that this trade would be an absolute steal for the Knicks. Think about it. They'd be adding a basketball legend without giving up their core pieces like Jalen Brunson or Karl Anthony Towns. That's like getting a Ferrari while keeping your entire garage intact. The Knicks have been desperately searching for that missing piece to push them over the championship hump. And there's no bigger missing piece than the king himself. The package the Lakers would receive isn't shabby either. Josh Hart brings that blue-collar work ethic and versatility that every championship team needs. He's the kind of player who does all the dirty work without needing his name in the headlines. Then there's OG Anunoby. And this is where things get really interesting. Anunoby is arguably one of the most underrated two-way players in the entire league. His defensive prowess is absolutely elite. And in today's NBA, where wings who can guard multiple positions are worth their weight in gold, giving him up might be the Knicks' biggest gamble. But let's pump the brakes for just a second and consider what the Knicks would actually be sacrificing. Anunoby isn't just some role player. He's a legitimate difference maker on the defensive end. We're talking about a guy who can guard everyone from point guards to power forwards and do it at an all-defense level. His ability to switch seamlessly and provide that lockdown defense has been crucial to the Knicks' success this season. Hart, meanwhile, represents everything you want in a role player. His basketball IQ, rebounding ability for his size, and clutch gene make him incredibly valuable. These aren't just throw-in pieces. These are legitimate contributors who have helped transform the Knicks into a legitimate playoff contender. The real question becomes this. Is LeBron James at 40 years old worth more than the combined value of two proven, younger players who perfectly fit the modern NBA? It's a question that doesn't have an easy answer, and it's exactly the type of dilemma that keeps general managers awake at night. From the Lakers' perspective, this trade would represent a complete philosophical shift. They'd be moving from win-now mode to building for sustained success. Harden and Anunoby are both players who could contribute for years to come, and that first-round pick adds another layer of future flexibility. For a franchise that has mortgaged multiple future assets to surround LeBron with talent, getting some of those assets back might be appealing. The Knicks, on the other hand, will be going all in on a championship run with a 40-year-old superstar. It's incredibly risky, but sometimes the biggest risks yield the biggest rewards. Having LeBron James orchestrating your offense while providing veteran leadership could be exactly what pushes this talented Knicks roster over the finish line. There's also the emotional and marketability factor that can't be ignored. LeBron James in Madison Square Garden would be absolutely electric. The combination of basketball royalty in the world's most famous arena would create an atmosphere unlike anything we've seen in years. Ticket prices would skyrocket, Merchandise would fly off the shelves, and suddenly the Knicks would become must-see television every single night. However, basketball isn't played in spreadsheets or marketing departments. It's played on the court. And on the court, the Knicks would be betting that LeBron's basketball genius and championship experience would outweigh the loss of two versatile, defensive-minded players who have been instrumental in their recent success. The timing of this proposal is particularly fascinating. Both teams are at critical junctures in their respective journeys. The Lakers are struggling to maximize their championship window with an aging superstar, while the Knicks are trying to capitalize on their best roster in decades. It's the classic win now versus build for the future dilemma that defines so many crucial NBA decisions. Ultimately, this trade proposal forces us to confront one of basketball's most intriguing questions: how do you properly value greatness? LeBron James represents basketball immortality, but Hart and Anunoby represent the type of complementary pieces that championship teams are built around. Whether this trade ever materializes or remains nothing more than fascinating speculation, it perfectly encapsulates the strategic complexities that make the NBA so compelling. Sometimes the most shocking moves are exactly what organizations need to reach the next level. What do you think about this absolutely wild trade proposal? Would you pull the trigger if you were running the Knicks, or is giving up that defensive versatility too risky? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and smash that like button if this trade scenario has you as excited as we are about the possibilities it could create.